This is a warm-up for the 160. We are using Mr. Warner for defense and Mr. Rapillo for plaintiff. This warm-up will be 160 and 170. To identify, I am Mr. Rapillo for the plaintiff.
I'm the witness.
I'm attorney for defense, Mr. Warner.
15.
And it's Mr. Warner questioning for the record. How often do you have neck pain?
I don't know. It's just sporadic. You know, it's sporadic. Sometimes, I don't know.
Low back?
It's like today it's bothering me. So, you know, I don't keep a record necessarily.
Low back pain. Do you have that constantly or intermittently, ma'am?
Intermittently.
On the average, how often?
Sometimes it just, how often? I don't know. At least once a week or more.
About the mid-back pain, is that constant or intermittent?
I guess it's intermittent.
How often?
How often? Sometimes it's good for a while and it will bother me.
You have no estimate of how often it is on the average?
No, because I try and, you know, have, I don't know.
Okay. From the time of the accident of July 31st, 2002 until present, if I understand your testimony, ma'am, you saw Dr. Berry and then more recently, Dr. Handy, and that's all. Am I right?
Yes, I believe so.
That is for accident-related matters as opposed to other matters, true?
Yes.
Okay. Because you had also since then seen Dr. Yee, presumably you have seen...
No, I have not seen Dr. Yee.
Not after the traffic accident?
Yes, after the traffic accident, but not in the last...
From July 31st, 2002 until present,
Yes.
You saw Dr. Yee, Dr. Otis, and you mentioned Dr. Lim for your nose. Have I got all the healthcare providers that you've seen since the traffic accident of July 31st, 2002?
I believe so.
And you don't know what the bills are from either Berry or Handy, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I don't have any other questions, I don't suppose.
I have a couple. You indicated when he asked you about all the treatment you've received after your auto accident that the only doctors you've seen are Dr. Berry and Dr. Handy. Did you have any other kind of diagnostic test?
Oh, yes.
Tell us about that.
I had some sort of neuro testing it was some sort of neurology testing.
It was an EMG? Do you remember, did they hook up wires to you?
Yeah, they hooked up wires, but I don't know what it's called.
Do you have that doctor's name? I can give it to you.
Oh, I may somewhere. I don't remember his name.
Dr. Michael B-A-L-A-C...
Pronounce it?
B-A-L-A-C-H-A-N-D-R-A-N. Is that the doctor you saw?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you ever discuss with Dr. Otis, your family doctor, anything to do with your neck or back injuries that you sustained either in the slip and fall or in the auto accident?
No.
Did you ever discuss with Dr. Yee any pain or discomfort that you had in your neck or back?
No, probably because I thought they were two different kinds of doctors. One is a medical doctor, one is an OB/GYN. So I assumed...
Okay. When counsel was asking you about the frequency of your pain you have these days, can you remember when the last time is you had any neck pain?
I've got neck pain today.
How about before today?
I was at the doctor's, last week, and the week before I was in, let's see, I had surgery on my nose. I saw Dr. Handy prior to that, and then I was basically unable to drive or go anywhere for 3 weeks, so I couldn't even get to receive treatment.
Okay. When counsel's asking you these questions about how often you have pain, we just need a general idea of the frequency that it comes up, say over the last 6 months. Has it been 1 time or 10 times, or has it been 100 times you've had pain in your neck?
I've had the pain in my neck, you could check the doctor's records, but I just go in when I have the pain. I don't make a record of it. I can probably say, I don't know. In the last 6 months, probably 30 times or more.
Okay, what about your lower back?
I've got pain in my lower back today, at least a couple times a week.
Okay, okay. Thank you. I don't have anything further.
Real brief. When you had your hysterectomy, ma'am, Dr. Yee said don't drive for a period of time, correct?
Yes,
When this accident happened, were you still in that time period where you weren't supposed to be driving a car?
I wasn't. Yes,
I know you weren't driving.
yes,
All I asked is whether you were in that period.
yes.
Okay. Did Dr. Yee ever explain to you why you weren't supposed to drive after surgery?
Not that I recall.
That's all I have.
Okay,
Stipulate to relieve the reporter of her duties under the code, except for the basic duty of preparing the original of the deposition, which can be forwarded to the attorney for the witness, who in turn will see to it that the witness has an opportunity to review, correct, and sign the deposition under penalty of perjury, and we will be apprised of any changes if there are any. And in the event the original transcript is not reviewed, signed, and corrected within, just occurred to me. Do you have an ARB date on this thing?
do you know if we're going with arbitration?
I didn't see it. Someone has been appointed on this, at least I think so. Okay, within 30 days of the date of production, date of the production of original. And for any and all lawful purposes, when so reviewed and signed, you will maintain custody under the code and make it available upon any reasonable request.
When you say production, you mean 30 days of our receipt?
When you get it, yes.
Yes, that's agreed.
That's supposed to be.
Okay, and so we're going to move to other material that is from the take material. We have Mr. Shalin for defense, who is examining, and Mr. Warren for the plaintiff. So I am Mr. Warren for the plaintiff.
I'm the witness.
You're Warren now?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess you are, because
Yeah.
I was Warren last time.
Yeah, that was
What
Warner.
is-
Oh,
This is
Yeah,
Warren.
Warner.
I am Warren. These are different people.
okay.
Today
We're doing Depot B 160 and Depot D 160 now, but we're doing some warm up from the material first. So in the warm up, only Mr. Shalin seems to be,
And I am attorney for defense, Mr. Shalin.
okay. Oh, I'm kicking your bag or somebody's bag. Is that yours?
Oh, yeah,
That's all right.
Sorry.
Okay.
And 13s?
In 13s.
Gosh, let me get it.
Sorry.
Do you need a sheet?
I have a sheet.
I think it stays 13s. I think it's-
Okay, good.
Oh,
Okay.
no, it doesn't. Then it goes to 14s.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, 14s.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, and it's Mr. Shalin questioning for the record. Do you recall who at your job you told that you had to leave early to go see the doctor because of your neck?
I'm quite sure it was Diane Brown. It was the manager.
Diane
Diane.
or Dion?
Diane.
That's a man's name, huh? Okay. How do we spell Diane?
Diane.
Okay, and Diane is a man?
Female.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where was I coming from?
That's why we were all looking.
No. Just, it's my lost wages inquiry. It's my turn to have a little lapse. Do you recall how much earlier on that given work day you had to leave in order to go see the doctor?
I went to work. I got there 10:40, I guess, around 10:45, and I left like a half hour later, 45 minutes, something like that.
So you missed almost a whole day.
Yeah,
Do you recall if you missed any other days during the time you worked at the Cheesecake Factory for other reasons? Any other illnesses or colds?
no, I always worked sick.
And when you went to see Dr. Diamond, had you ever seen him before that time?
No,
So when he had come in previously as a customer, had he given you a business card?
yeah,
Okay. And when you saw him that day, did you tell him that you hurt your neck at your job?
I don't remember.
Dr. Diamond's records will be very important.
Yeah,
Did Dr. Diamond recommend that you take any time off from work at that point in time?
only if needed.
Do you recall if Dr. Diamond asked if he could? No, forget that question. All right. Do you have more questions?
I don't know, let me check. I don't think I do, but let's be sure.
2 more questions while he looks. Did you get along well with your supervisors at the Cheesecake Factory?
Yes, great.
No problems with anybody?
No one. That's why I was so hesitant about doing this.
Do you still have any contact with any of the people you worked with at the Cheesecake Factory on a social basis?
Not socially, over the phone maybe, or
Now, after that, you no longer work there. Do you still go back there to eat?
I haven't been out there. I do need to go visit.
And you like being at City Walk?
No, it's closer to home, but
It's nice to work day hours, I would imagine, in a restaurant business. Sounds like you still have weekends and evenings free.
I work weekends. I work weekend nights.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's part of the restaurant life.
yeah, it's not fun.
And you tend to socialize just within the people you work with as a result.
Well, I stay to myself a lot.
Is this on the record?
I guess it has been. There's nothing incriminating.
But I'm not really paying attention.
Let's go off the record.
No, that's it. I have no other questions.
I have no other questions either then. Let's stipulate to relieve the court reporter of her duties under the Code of Civil Procedure with the original transcript sent to applicant's attorney for applicant's review and signature under penalty of perjury. Applicant's attorney to notify CNA of any corrections within.
Well, the way I try and do it is within a month of any hearing
Okay, 30 days prior to any hearing or conference, whichever is.
or any other significant event.
All right, and if the original transcript is unsigned or unavailable at the time of a hearing, a certified unsigned copy can be used for all appropriate purposes at that time.
So stipulated.